All right, so another question you might get is then what's the coefficient of friction that's holding that thing in place? So the question was, what's mu? We got a pretty simple tool at our disposal. We talked about it before. Here's your formula. Force of friction equals mu times the normal force. So we have this formula to help us out. It's the force of friction divided by the normal force. And so that's 229 newtons divided by 328 newtons, which ends up being 0.69. Again, unitless, so boom, there's your coefficient of friction, static friction in this case. So then let's add one little layer onto that. And what is the maximum angle you can tip the ramp before it slides? All right, seems like it might be a little trickier here, but let's take a look at it. So if I've got that the force of friction is equal to mu times the normal force, I can do some substitution in here. I know that the force of friction is usually equal to the force downwards here, so I know that that's equal to the sine of theta. I'm sorry, mg sine theta. And whatever coefficient of friction they give me here, I can plug that in. And I'm going to take it times my normal force, and for a ramp, that's equal to mg cosine theta. All right, so now as I look at this, we can cancel something off of there, cancel the mg from either side. That's pretty handy in terms of cancellation, but it also tells you mg is the weight of the object, which also tells you that the weight of the object is irrelevant here. It doesn't matter what the mass of the object is. The only thing that matters to whether it slides is the angle and the coefficient of friction. So then let's do one other little thing here, and let's divide by cosine theta. And if you'll let me flip these around, these cancel, and I end up with mu equals sine theta over cosine theta. And for those of you that remember some of your trig identity stuff, sine theta over cosine theta is tangent of theta. And so if you want to go in and figure out what that is, you can just take your mu, take the tangent of the angle, and that's going to tell you what the coefficient of friction is for that ramp.